I want to go back. I don't want to go back. Hey YouTube, welcome back for another video. I'm going to show you everything I ate the next day after emotionally eating one of these nights this week. I'll talk to you a little bit more about it. So starting off, for breakfast I had my delicious, wonderful, unsweetened yogurt with chia seeds, blueberries, a little bit of stevia, and I topped it off with some fresh strawberries, and then I had 3 tangerines with it. And as always, it was delicious, and more delicious. Hey guys, so you saw the earlier clips in the beginning of me eating a Beyond Burger. I used the lettuce instead of the buns, and then I had some fried green tomatoes and french fries. Now, when I was making the video, I was pretending like I'm crying, and I was being silly, but at the same time, that's really how I felt. That's how the day was so bad. Like the TK, almost between 4 and 5 years old, people would think, oh, how cute, they're so. No ma'am. Those kids, like I said, they drove me to eat junk. Some people say they drove me to drink. Well, they drove me to eat junk. Now, they were just very non-compliant, and my patients are not where they need to be. Anyway, the point is, I had a horrible day yesterday. So when I'm an emotional eater, so either sometimes being extremely happy can make me want to eat junk food, being sad, being bored, being depressed, being mad, whatever. And let me just say this, I'm okay with eating junk food sometimes. What I ate wasn't what was the problem. It was the reason I ate it that I have a problem with. I'm okay with sometimes me having just a little fun and being bad, being naughty, whatever you want to call it. Just, some of my diet, 15 to 20% is junk food, and I'm okay with that. But I don't like it when I go to eating that kind of stuff because of me trying to feel an emotion of whatever that emotion is. And yesterday's emotion was just a negative emotion. I felt upset. It triggered some other thoughts. I was just over it. And what do? I'll go to some junk food because that makes me, look at me at the screen, feel better, right? But does it really though? No. It just tastes good. That's it. It doesn't make me feel better. I feel sick afterwards because, I don't know, fried stuff, whatever. It didn't make me feel any better, and it didn't change the situation. So all I did was taste good, and that's it. So that's why I emotionally ate yesterday, because I had a bad day with some very not so good kids. I'm trying to keep it nice and neat in my words. And it just had a horrible day. And then so I went to this place called Gott's. They have vegan burgers there, and I didn't get the bread because I don't like to eat bread a lot. I'm like 95% gluten-free, so I got the bunless burger, and then I had fried green tomatoes and french fries. And it was just like me just eating this just to make myself feel better, which really didn't. So but today, so if I do something like that, I feel gross the next day. I feel heavy. It feels like I'm just full of sodium and stuff. So I just went back to my norm, a general day of eating, of how I might eat more on the weekends. Because when I'm at work during the week, I can't really eat an ice cream at work. But today, I was able to eat the way I can eat when I'm just at home all day. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, like, eating out of emotion is not a good thing. You can keep doing that, and you can end up being 20 pounds heavier. That's a lot of people end up gaining a lot of weight from eating because of their emotions. So I have to really be careful with that, because I can literally have a bad day on a Monday and have another one on a Thursday. So what happens if I keep doing that, and if I keep gaining a pound or two each time I do that, because of it's putting me over in a surplus. Who wants to do that to their bodies, right? So we got to get in control of our emotional eating and find other ways. And I'm talking to myself too. Find other ways to work through that bad day, that bad emotion. Watching your favorite television show. I don't know, finding a good movie, playing some nice therapeutic guided meditation, or some music we love, or eating something healthy to feed our emotion instead. We got to work through it. Let's stick together, people. Anyway. Okay, getting back to what I'm eating today. I am warming up the car, and I'm going to go to the gym. Sorry if you hear my AC. I have not been to the gym in like 3 months. Now, I've been working out, If you look at my, what is it, exercise, workout, something playlist, you'll see that I have been working out. And I don't post every time I work out, but I go live sometimes. I've been working out at the house, but I really just need to get in the gym because I just have, more equipment and I can go heavier on some things. So anyway, I'm on my way to the gym, and yeah. We have arrived to Planet Fitness. I'm going to do a leg workout. I'm just showing you a few things I did. I did way more than what I'm showing you, but I had a good workout, and then I had a wonderful stretch afterwards. Again, I'm not showing you everything that I did, but here's just a few things I did. But let's just take a look at the horseshoe in the arms. I had to put a still shot so you can just look at the horseshoe. Okay, you see the little cut there? Okay, you better work it, girl. Anyway, so I just did some stretching, some cat cow, and child's pose and all that kind of good stuff. Now we're back at the Heezy. It was a very nice day. It was hot, so I wanted something refreshing, but I also wanted to have some protein after my workout to fuel my muscles. So I made a nice cream bowl. And normally when I make nice cream with my food processor, I don't add any liquid, but I did end up adding a splash of almond milk. I don't know if I show it or not, but anyway, so I'm just going to have 2.5 frozen bananas, a cup of frozen strawberries, a scoop of veg protein. I used the vanilla ice cream flavor. I did 1 tablespoon of, that's turmeric. I did 1 tablespoon of, peanut butter, and then I added the black pepper. The black pepper is to help absorb the turmeric, which is anti-inflammatory. So that's 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and then I also added, I think, 2 packets of stevia, and then I ended up adding a splash of almond milk just because I wanted to, but normally I don't add any liquids with my food processor. So while that's blending, I'm just chopping up some strawberries because I just wanted to put some fresh strawberries on top. Now this color looks a little weird because of the protein powder mixed in with the strawberries. Normally it would come out a little bit more red like strawberries, but the color is a little jacked up because of the protein powder. I ended up going live with this bowl of ice cream and having a Q&A and chopping it up. It was fun. I had lots of people on my live, which is not all the time. But anyway, go check out that live. For a snack, I was wanting something a little bit more savory, so I had some tangerines, which is sweet. But then I had some quinoa black bean chips with hummus, and then I had some seaweed for that iodine, and then I took my Brazil nuts for that selenium. I did some steps, got some steps in on my treadmill in the house. For dinner, I'm making this delicious salad. It has arugula, red onions, cucumber, tomato, air fried tofu, and I have balsamic vinegar and olive oil in there as a dressing. I put, sorry, that's my phone, 2 tablespoons of onion salt because I ran out of my Montreal steak seasoning. And I'm going to add some nutritional yeast for extra protein and also B12. Let me just show you this before I mess it up with the seasonings. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. Yes, honey, yes. In fact, that might be a thumbnail. Let me move this stuff out the way. That's good enough. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Actually, I went live last week and made almost this exact salad. See, now it's all ugly. I'm also gonna add some organic, that's not important. It is organic, but I don't really care about seasonings being organic. Anyway, some no salt seasoning. And then, I've never done this. I mean, not on my own salads. I'm gonna add just 1 tablespoon of this hummus. If I have a dressing, I usually just stick to the dressing. I never added hummus on top of that, so that's gonna be interesting. Anyway, that's what I'm having for dinner. I don't want to show you again because it's ugly now. It's not pretty. So yeah, so that's what I ate today. And I worked out. I got my steps in. I'm about to eat this messy salad. I'm going to show you now if it's all messed up, but here it is again. It's messed up. So now I'm just going to stir it up and mush it around. This is about to be good. I feel it in my bones. So yeah, I will put on the screen how much protein I had today, and it would have been even more. I could have made this about, well, probably just 8 grams more if I would have used my tahini dressing instead. But this is the amount of protein for the day, and you know, the dressing again could have been made the amount just a little bit higher if I would have used the tahini dressing instead of olive oil and vinegar. Oh my gosh. Honey, my salads be already bomb, but that was kind of a little, I like that adding the little hummus on top, a little bit of extra hummus. This is really, that salad was bomb, yo. So anyway, that concludes what I ate the day after my emotional eating night. So this is like a typical day, maybe on the weekends, because during the week it's hard to eat an ice cream when I'm at work, but I could, if I wanted to, I could bring it in a certain, you know, those kind of cups that you can keep things cold. But anyway, that's what I ate. I had the right amount of protein that I like to aim for every day, all my, you know, nutrition, and lots of minerals and vitamins, and it was good, satiating, filling, and great and delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Takeaways for this video is don't emotionally eat. Let's find something to feed our emotions instead of junk food and stuff. Let's find different ways and different avenues. Okay, it's okay to eat junk food, but don't eat it out of emotion. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.